Well, thank you for joining me again for Wednesday HIIT class. My name is Joe, and we're going to do pretty similar structure to the last few weeks. If you have not been here the last few weeks, we do 3 different work sets. We try to get 3 sets of each set that we do. Each work set will comprise 4 different movements that we'll do, and we're going to stick to a 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, which is a HIIT style. So you're going to have 20 seconds rest between every exercise. I will be describing the exercise to you as we go so that we don't have to try and memorize everything. A few things to remember before we get going is to mute yourself. We do put these up on YouTube, so we don't want you popping up onto the screen or your voice being heard. And then try to pin me to your screen so that if someone else makes a noise, it doesn't leave my screen. So without wasting any more time, I think we're good to go. We're going to do some basic warm-ups, get our body a little stretched out, a little bit loose, and luckily it's warming up, so that's already starting to do that. So yeah, let's get going. We're going to start with some warm-ups on the ground. I'll do it from the side so it's easier to see, but we do want to get onto our heels with our butt, just kind of sit on our feet, and we're just going to slide our hands out in front of us on the ground. Just like this, and you're just trying to lengthen your upper body. You can use your fingertips to crawl forward. Good, and then once you kind of feel stretched out, you're gonna lift one arm at a time, just a few inches off the floor, with your thumb pointing up. And we'll just go maybe 4 or 5 each side. And we're trying to initiate the movement from our shoulders. All right, just a few more. Cool. So then we will get ourselves up into all fours, almost like the way a baby crawls. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, and we're going to do a reach through. So if you can see, take one arm, reach under and through the gap of the other arm, and we're going to twist our upper body, twist our torso as far as you can. Maybe take a deep breath. We'll go 4 or 5 each side. Trying to keep our hips as stable as possible, so we don't want them swaying to either side. And see if maybe you can reach a little farther each time you do it. Trying to keep your back flat, but really we're just moving the body to warm it up. All right. So same position, we're going to do a bird dog, which is basically extending our opposite arm and our opposite leg. So let's say we start with our right leg out. You're going to pretend like you're kicking a wall behind you with your heel, and then match it with the opposite arm. And we're just going to move through each side. Nice and slow, working on balance, starting to engage your core and your glutes. So you're trying to kick your leg back using your butt muscle. Good. Good. Just going to get a few on each side. And then our next one, we'll keep the same position. So just reset, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and we're going to do fire hydrant. So keep your leg at 90 degrees. And we're going to raise directly to the side, just like a dog going to the bathroom. Maybe hold it up there for a quick second. Good. Trying to use some of the muscles on the outside of our hips. So only about 4 or 5 each side. Good. What we're trying to do here is use the muscles and not use leverage. And what I mean is we don't want to lean our hips to one side to open up. You want to use your muscle and just go as far as it will allow. All right. So we'll do a few more. Let's go ahead and stand up. All right, we're going to do a few to get our heart rate up just a little bit. So we'll just do some typical air squats. So maybe shoulder width apart with your feet, and we're just going to go down with our body into a squat and come up. We're going to go 10 of these. And we can pick up the pace a little bit. So this will get the heart rate up a little faster. Good. And we'll get into our last warm up. We're going to do air squat jumps. So this is a little bit of impact on the ankles. If the jumping is a little tough on your joints, your knees or your ankles, continue to do air squats. If you can manage a jump, we're going to go for 10 air squat jumps. And we'll go right now. Go. 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10. Good. Last one, and relax. All right. So heart rate should have gone up just a little bit. it will come down just a little bit too, as I described this first exercise. So what we will start with is squat jumps. That's why we wanted to do them in the warm-up. Our heart rate is nice and high. We're going to start with 45-degree squat jumps. And what all I mean by that is when we jump up, we're turning 90 degrees, and we land and we come back this way. So we're just trying to get some rotational movement in there. All right. So if you remember, we're doing 40 seconds of work and then 20 seconds rest. So I'll start a timer and I'll count you down. So just get ready for some squat jumps going 90 degrees. Here we go. And let's begin. So just start jumping, twisting, landing softly. Good. Nice. So you want to cradle each time you land. You're trying to land into the next squat. Good. Try to match your breath to your jumping. Some kind of rhythm. Good. 10 seconds left. That's it. After these last 5 seconds, we're going to get a break for 20. In 2, 1, break right there. All right. Coming up, we're going to do some plank up downs. In our elbow plank position, you are going to plant your hands down, raise up to your palms, then drop your elbows. Up and down, up and down. We got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's do some up downs on planks. So you're going to go down, down, up, up, or up, up, down, down. You're trying to push yourselves onto your palms. Good. If you start to get tired, come up, take a break for 5 seconds, shake your arms out. You got 20 seconds left. Keep going. 15 seconds left. Good. You can even switch the direction in which you're doing it. Good. Last 5 seconds. And we'll get a break. 3, 2, 1, and pause. Good. All right. So watch me. We're going to do some Supermans. Superman means we lift our arms and our legs off the floor. But today we're going to do it like a slow jumping jack. Okay. In 5 seconds, pretend you're doing a jumping jack, but from Superman in 2, 1. Here we go. So raise up and start doing some slow jumping jacks. Keep your hands and your toes off the floor. You're going to feel some new muscles in your glutes, maybe on the sides of your hips. So your goal here is to try and not pause. You got 18 seconds. Good. So right here on the side of the hips, you might be feeling it. If it burns, it's good. We're going to try to push through the burn a little bit. You only have 7 seconds. Try to go to the end. Get a break in 3, 2, 1. Pause right there. Awesome. All right. Our last one for this work set. It's going to be a little tough, but we're going to go through it. And it's going to be a push-up hold. So you're going to go down to halfway and just hold as long as you can. When you fall, you reset. 2, 1. Here we go. Push-up position. Go down halfway, pause. And you hold as long as you possibly can. Whether that's 3 seconds, 5 seconds, or 20 seconds. We're trying to push the limit. When you fall, just reset, come back up and do it again. Another variation is going from the knees. We can do the same thing from the knees. Halfway hold. Hold, hold, hold until you really can't think, till you think you're done. And then reset. Keep going with it. Just hold, hold, find your own limit. Drop when you have to. You're almost there. 3, 2, 1, and break. Round 1, done. But we got to do 2 more rounds here. So we will repeat all of those, and they will get a little easier each time as you get used to them. 10 seconds to go, starting with our 90-degree squat jumps in 5 seconds. Take a deep breath in 2, 1. Here we go. So squat, turn 90, land soft. Good, nice and athletic. Good. And this doesn't need to be about speed. This is about quality of the movement. Good. So I'm not going too fast. Just making sure every movement is fluid, repetitive, and then I'm landing into my next squat. I'm cradling it. I'm not landing with straight legs or really jumping on the ground too hard. You got 8 seconds. Do a few more. In 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Moving on back to our plank up downs from our elbow position. We're going up, up, down, down. All right. And this one can get tough, so bear with it. 5 seconds. Take a deep breath. In 2, 1, and here we go. So you're going to lift, lift, drop, drop. Control your hips and your torso. You can spread your feet out a little wider apart if you need to. If your arms are getting a little shaky or your triceps burn, I want you to try and push through that until you can't anymore, and then repeat. You have 15 seconds. Let's do a few more until that countdown finishes. Good. Same thing here. You can do it from your knees if you need to. And done right there. Nice job. That one can get tough on the arms. All right, moving on to our Superman jacks. So we're going to be on our stomachs. Using our glutes, we're going to raise our legs and our hands up off the floor and go for jumping jacks. Plank jacks in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So first we go Superman, and then we start doing some jumping jacks. Just extra slow. So what we're doing right now is we're working the back side of our body, primarily our back. The back is tough to work out with body weight. So that's why we do so many Superman variations. 15 seconds. That's it. Don't fall. Come on. Last 10. Maybe you're feeling some muscles you haven't felt before. That's good. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Pause right there. 20 seconds. We're going to go to our push-up holds for the end of round 2 of our first work set. Again, so let's work on these holds. 10 seconds to go. So we pause halfway and you hold out to your limit with a quick reset in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Push up, hold in the middle, and just dig in. Try to think of something happy. And when you can't anymore, drop down, come back up, take a deep breath, and reset. We're working on how long we can hold for. And can you push through it as you tire out? Good. It's all about holding, making sure our hips aren't sagging or that our back isn't arched too much. You got 10 seconds left. Hold it. Good. Last 5 seconds. Come on, hold it to the end. 2, 1, right there. Nice job. We are going to go through this work set one more time. Starting with our squat jumps. 90 degrees. You got 10 seconds. Good. Here we go. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's squat. 90-degree turn. Landing softly. That jump also doesn't need to be very high. You could do a small little jump. Maybe only an inch off the ground. But any kind of impact is good. Good. Keep it going halfway. And if you are getting comfortable with it, you actually can take it a little faster. Maybe just jump left, right, left, right. 8 seconds to go. A few more. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Pause right there. All right. Moving through our last set here, plank up downs. Woo. Catch your breath if you need it, catch your breath. Plank up downs, we'll start on our elbows, going up and down on each arm. 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's go. Press up, up, down, down. Again, you can go from your knees if you need to. Maybe you can start on your feet, and if it gets too tough, move to your knees. Figure out which way works best for you, but don't stop pushing up and down. Halfway, halfway, this one's tough. Again, you can take a break, no more than 5 seconds. Go back to it. Good, 8 seconds, that's it. We're gonna take a break soon. In 3, 2, 1, break right there. Catch your breath, catch your breath. We got 2 more to go. So we'll stay on the floor, back to our Supermans. Supermans. So we really wanna extend with our back on this one, on the floor, and go through that movement in 3 seconds. Let's get ready. Arms overhead, and go. Lift up. Let's see, can you go the full 40 seconds without dropping? Or maybe if you dropped a couple times, can you do it one last time? Good. Hover above the floor with your limbs. Don't let them drag or touch. Halfway. Good. You should probably be feeling it in the outside of your legs right now. Dig into that. They are getting stronger. You only got 5 seconds. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Take a break. We don't have to move very far. We're going to finish with our push-up holds one last time with this challenging one. But let's hit it. Let's hit it hard because we will not have to come back to these today. You got 5 seconds and we're going to start push-up position. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Down halfway hold. However long that hold may be, don't cheat yourself. You should be shaking before you fall at the least. And when you do, just reset, take a deep breath, and go again. Good. Halfway right there. Come on. Good. Halfway down, pause, and then you've really got to dig in. Only 8 seconds to go. It has to hurt. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Break right there. That will complete.
Timer pause.
That will complete the first work set. So we're going to do about a minute here. So just enough time to grab some water. You use a towel if you need it. And just let the heart rate come down slightly. Good. As you catch your breath, I'm going to start explaining the next workout. Again, we're going to do 4 movements inside this workout with the same time structure. So what we will start with is a single leg squat with toe tap. And what that really means is we're going to go down into a little squat, maybe a half squat, because we're going to take one leg and we're going to be moving it the whole time. So you tap in front, tap to side, and tap back, all while this leg is in squat. So it's going to go forward, side, back, forward, side, and I'll switch you at halfway. So we're going to start with that one. So let's get ready. I'm going to do a countdown in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat, tap forward, tap side, tap back. And you're just doing this as quickly as you can until we switch it halfway. Make sure your back is flat, right? We don't want to be hunched over while we do this. Straighten your back out and we switch. So simply just go to the other leg. Try to do the same thing. If you're finding balance is tough, that's okay. We're going to be doing this 2 more times. 10 seconds to go, all the way to the end. Using those hip muscles that we just used on those Supermans. 3, 2, 1, break right there. All right, so we're going to go down next for a plank jack, a little bit more cardio. Raise the heart rate. We're going to go from elbow position, and we're just going to be jumping our feet in and out, boom. Like the bottom half of a jumping jack in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Jumping jacks from plank position. Your goal is 40 seconds without stopping. You pick your pace, keep your back flat. Good. And just dig in. Keep your torso tight. Good. We are close. We are close. You got 12 seconds. all the way to the end. Almost there. 5 seconds to go. Get our short break. 3, 2, and 1. All right, moving on. Well, we're back down on the floor. We're going to go some more Supermans, but we're going to change up slightly. So instead of coming all the way around, we're going to do just a row. So feet and hands up, and all we do is row our elbows as if they were going in our back pockets. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. So Superman, and pull those elbows back. If it was possible, you're trying to tuck them into your back pockets. That's the motion we're looking for. Elbow to back pocket. Almost halfway. We're going to keep going with this. There's 20 seconds left. Good. Take some deep breaths on this one. 10 seconds. Good. Toes and hands off the floor. Almost there. In 3, 2, and 1. Pause, pause. All right. Staying on the floor. We have a lot of movements on the floor. We're going to do some tricep push-ups. All right. Nothing too crazy here. Take your normal push-up. Bring your hands in closer, and we're doing those. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's work on it. If you need to go from your knees, go from your knees. Let's do some tricep push-ups. Good. Keep your body straight. Keep those elbows in towards your body, towards your sides. We don't want to flare them out. And your goal is to go until failure. So you need about 5 seconds. Try to throw a couple more in. Good. These ones can get tough too. I know they might not be fun. 10 seconds. Almost there. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's break right there. All right, round 1 done. Sometimes a trial round to see how you do. So each time you do it, you'll get a little better just because of coordination. So we're going to go back to the top, 10 seconds with our single leg tapping, forward, side, and back. We're going to switch it halfway in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice position, forward, side, back. As much as we focus on this tapping toe, really, it's sort of a distraction for the work this squatting leg is doing. So pay attention to that squatting leg and make sure you're stable. Try to grip the floor. Go ahead, switch. Whoop. Other leg. Try to grip the floor with that foot as if it was a hand. Good. Got a few more seconds here. And almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Hopefully your coordination might be getting a bit better on that. So we move to the floor now for our plank jacks. Get our heart rates back up a little bit. 10 seconds to go. On our elbows for some jumping jacks. Take a deep breath in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Flat back. And we're just jumping our feet in and out. If these are starting to get very tiring, you can keep your feet planted and do 1 foot at a time. And just go right, left, right, like that. But that's only if you're unable to do the full jump. Halfway, 20 seconds, keep going. And you can choose your own speed. 10 seconds. Try not to stop. You're too close to stop. 5 seconds. Good. 3, 2, 1. Break right there. Quick 20 seconds. Moving on to our Superman rows. Ooh, take whatever breath you need. If you can get a quick drink of water, do it. We have 8 seconds to our Superman rows. Let's get ready on the floor. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Superman up. Start rowing. Elbows to your back pockets. Squeeze your glutes. Keep them up. Hover above the floor. If you think about falling, convince yourself to add 1 second. As long as you add 1 second, you're going to push that barrier farther. Come on, 10 seconds. Take some deep breaths while you do these. In 3, 2, and 1. And shake it out if you need to. We're going to go back to the floor for our triceps. We still have 12 seconds to go. Shake the arms out. We're about to use them again. All right, 5 seconds to go. Tricep push-ups. Keep those elbows in. And let's do what we can. Here we go. Let's go. Go down, hold. Hold till your limit. And then reset. All right? Nobody's watching you. So you're the only one that knows if you drop it, you could have kept going. Only you know. Challenge yourself and make it hurt for a couple seconds. 12 seconds, that's it. Reset what you can and hold out. In 3, 2, 1, and pause. All right, we made it to our last round. We're going to go through each of these one last time. So stand up, shake it out. We got 10 seconds, and we're going to start single leg toe taps in our squat position. Woo! So we have passed halfway. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Squat, straight back, and tap. So from the side, my back is flat. So I'm not hunched, and I'm not arched too much. And I'm just going like this. I'm planted on that one leg. Tapping in all directions and switch, other leg. Good. There you go. Try to get relatively low on that one squat leg. 5 seconds, no stopping. In 2, 1, and break. Moving on to the ground. Ooh, almost done, almost done. We're gonna do our plank jacks. A little bit higher energy, 10 seconds. All right. So let's give this some good effort. It's the last time we're doing it. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Good. Squeeze your glutes. Find a rhythm that maybe you can keep the entire time. Good. It's halfway. I know this one can feel longer. It's very repetitive, but it's going to get our heart rates up a little bit. 12 seconds to go. Come on. After this, we move on to the final work set. 3, 2, 1. Good. 2 more to go. Superman rows, tricep push-ups, and then we're on to the final set. 12 seconds to go, okay? Shake out. Superman rows. 5 seconds. Let's get ready. Onto our stomachs. 2, 1. Here we go. Up and row. Your feet are staying where they are, but they're up in the air. Good. And you don't need to take this one too fast. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Halfway. Good. Pay attention to your body. How do your shoulders feel compared to one another? Does one feel tighter? We are so close. 5 seconds, 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right. To our last one, tricep push-ups. Let's give these arms one last hurrah. Make the triceps burn. You can go from feet or knees. We have 6 seconds. Last deep breath. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Tricep push-ups. Arms in close. And you're just going to try to pump them out. If you have difficulty going all the way to the ground, then cut it in half. Maybe try a half depth, right? Maybe just halfway and come back up. But we want to make sure we can do it. So find that zone that allows you to do it. Good. 15 seconds, that's it. Then we get a bigger break. Almost there, 6 seconds. Count you down, 3, 2, 1, and pause. That is the end of work set 2.
Workout complete.
Thank you. All right, catch your breath quickly. Grab some water, maybe use a towel. I'll give you a minute here and I'll explain the last one. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get 2 sets of this one. That will allow us to finish with just enough time to do a few cool down stretches. So what we're going to start with, a little bit more legs. And we're going to do what's sometimes called a cross back lunge or a curtsy lunge. So you're going to take one leg and you're going to go behind you and across. Kind of an awkward position. We're not going to go too far across, just slightly. And we're going to go down into a lunge. So from here, leg back, kind of around, and we go down. And so what that will look like is we're going to switch, lunge, lunge, back and forth, okay? So let's start with that one. 2 sets. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and let's lunge. Here we go. Watch your balance. You can go arms out to the side if you need to, maybe on the hips. You might feel a stretch in the outside hip. Whoa. And just keep working it. You can go at your own pace here. See if over time, maybe you can make those steps a little wider. Good. 12 seconds. Good. We just want lots of lunges in here. Keep going, keep going. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Next, we will find ourselves on the floor for what's called an accordion crunch. In the same way with Russian twists, as we balance, we're going to try and balance on our tailbone, and we're going to try and touch our toes with our hands. So I'm bending my knees to bring my toes in. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. First things first, try to balance. And if you can, just bring those toes to your hands and see if you can extend those legs all the way. If you find yourself falling, don't worry, that's part of it. Just come back up and reset. Good. If you don't do these very often, the balance does tend to be the hardest part, so just work with it. If the movement isn't there completely, then at least your balance is getting better. In 3, 2, 1, break right there. All right, guess what's next? Supermans. So last round of Supermans for this work set, we're going to be doing a flutter. Pretty popular movement. So we go up and we just flutter our arms and our legs, almost like we are swimming. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Superman and flutter. Same thing here. Get your heart rate down. Take some deep breaths, slow breaths. But just keep fluttering. Good. Good. Just get in your zone. Think about that. We're almost done. You have only 12 seconds. All right. Good. Almost there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. There we go. So that's the Superman flutter. Down to our last one. So we're going to go into a downward dog position. Palms on the floor, knees bent, and we're just going to be doing head to the floor, pushing back up. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So just walk it through with me. Downward dog, palms on the floor, knees bent. You're going to tap your head on the floor, push back up. This is a little goofy, but it's just meant to focus on our shoulders a little bit. Good. And even this can get a bit difficult, but without weights, it's hard to do a lot of shoulder and overhead pressing. So this is one way to get ourselves to do it. Downward dog, and tap the top of your head, push back up. Good. And just keep doing it. 5 seconds, that's it. In 3, 2, 1, and break. Hey, last round. Ooh, so let's start back to our feet with the cross back lunge, otherwise known as curtsy lunge. You have 10 seconds. Getting to the end, and then we're just going to do some cool down stretches. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Let's lunge. Maybe you can pick up this, the pace from last time. As you get a little bit more coordinated, you got to find ways to make it tougher. Good. And you just keep that pace. Work those hip muscles. Good. We are working. 15 seconds to go. And just remember, this time through, you don't have to repeat it ever again. Till next week. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Pause right there. Okay. Down to the floor. What's next is the accordion crunch. Again, balancing on our tailbone, trying to get toes to arms, and then extend the legs out. This one's primarily just going to work our core. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Balance. Whoop. And reach for those toes. Good. Don't get too frustrated yet if you're falling. This balance is pretty tough. One of the things you can do if it's tough, maybe you were able to get 2 or 3 in a row last round. Just try to keep beating it by 1 rep. Maybe you could do a few more in a row than last time. Whoa. Good. 8 seconds, that's it. 3, 2, and 1. Break right there. All right. All we have to do is flip over to our stomachs for our Superman flutters. Like this overhead, arms and feet. So just catch your breath. 5 seconds to go. Let's get situated. Here. And let's go. Up and flutter. Try not to kill it. Don't fall. Let's see if you can really dig in for our last set, full 40 seconds. Good. Stay in your zone. Good. 12 seconds to go. If you find that your flutters are getting really small, that's fine. You are getting tired, but just keep moving. Almost there. In 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. We only have 1 more to go. Our downward dog push-ups, which is a form of a shoulder press. In 10 seconds, we can get ready into our down dog. We'll go maybe just about shoulder width apart with the feet. Palms. 2, 1. Here we go. Head to the floor. Push back up with the shoulders. Again, your knees can be bent. We don't have to go straight leg on this. We're not really trying to stretch the hamstrings. Good, and just keep pushing. This is the last movement. So there should be no reason to stop. Good. So close 12 seconds. Just keep working those shoulders. Some triceps too. In 3, 2, 1, and break. All right. That is where we can stop.
Workout complete.
Give yourself a high five. Grab some water, a towel. Catch your breath. Almost out of here. Ooh, thank you for sticking in there with me. We're just going to go through 2 or 3 little stretches here. Excuse me. All right. So we can go ahead and start on one knee, like a football, like a huddle stance. So some basic stretches we typically finish with. We're not meant to hold these for a minute or so. That's too long. We're just going to do kind of a cool down stretch. So we're going to do hip flexors first, right here. So do that. We go in this position and we go hips forward and then slightly down too. So at a slight angle like this, hips forward and down, and we're stretching the front of our body, almost like the letter C. You can raise on the same side, you can raise that arm up. We're just going to hold it. Good. And as you come out of it, push yourself with the front leg rather than trying to pull yourself with the stretched muscle. And then what we do is we just switch. You go forward and down with the hips. Once you're there, raise the same side arm. Try to make a letter C and hold. Good. This is where your heart rate gets to come down a bit. Good. Let's come out of that. Same thing, push with the front leg. All right. We're going to do, well, there's a ton of different names for this one, but we'll go with a pigeon stretch in a way. We're going to collapse one leg down under us as best as you can get it there. Back leg straight from the side. And then if you can, just go down to the elbows. If the elbows are not an issue, you can go all the way flat. You can get your forehead to the floor. And we're just going to sit on this leg for a little bit. Take some deep breaths in this. Good. All right, come up slowly, push with your hands. Get that leg out from under you and switch it to the other one. Start with your elbows. Once you feel good, go down to your hands. And again, I'm aiming for maybe 3 or 4 breaths. Nice job. Okay, we will finish with a quick one, standing position. All right, so very, very simple. We're going to go pretty wide with our legs, wider than shoulders. Simply hand over head, other hand on the hips, and we're just going to lean over as far as you can to stretch the side of the body. Good. Just a couple seconds. Come back up from that. Reach over to the other side. Nice. This way we did a front stretch, a back stretch, and a side stretch. Come back up. And that is it, everybody. Thank you for joining me again on Wednesday for HIIT class. We're going to do it again next week. So keep coming back if you enjoy it. If you know anyone else that wants to join, bring them along. And other than that, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.